How to make her miss you. Hi guys, my name is Christine Loveridge and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach, and today I'm talking about how to make her miss you. So whether you were interested in someone and they rejected you, or perhaps this is an ex, how can you make this person miss you and want to come back into your life or want to be with you? So the most important thing that you need to do to get someone to miss you is to completely remove yourself from their life. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to block them on social media unless you want to. It doesn't mean that you have to unfollow them on things like Instagram. It doesn't mean that you have to leave the place where you work because you work with her. All that you need to do simply is to not contact her again or talk to her, because she cannot miss you if you are still talking to her, if you're still phoning her up, if you're still messaging her, if you're still approaching her, if you two know each other in an environment like a workplace or a school. If you keep on making an effort to talk to her, she can't miss you. So the best thing for you to do is to go cold turkey when it comes to contacting her. We've all had the experience where we really, really like someone and we want them to like us back. We want them to be on our lives. We want them to want to be in a relationship with us. And all of a sudden, they stop talking to us. And when they stop talking to us, we feel like we need to do something in order to get them back. We feel like we need to message them. We feel like we need to call them up. We feel like we need to do some kind of grand gesture to get them back and to get them thinking about us again. But the truth is that she will always be thinking about you. Just because you're not in her life anymore, just because you're not contacting her anymore, just because you have decided to walk away from the situation, doesn't mean that she won't think about you. If you know each other, she's going to think about you, because we all remember people from our past. We always, a song could come on the radio and we're reminded of them in some way. So she's not going to forget about you. I feel like sometimes people fear that if they remove contact from someone, that the person that they've removed contact from is going to forget about them. That's simply not true. I'm sure you've had experiences in the past where someone has stopped contacting you, so perhaps it could even be the same person, right? That hasn't stopped you from thinking about them and remembering them. And that's the same with her. It's the same with them. They are going to think about you. And basically, those feelings that you felt when they stopped contacting you, or some person in your past stopped contacting you, they're going to go through those same emotions, especially if they are still attracted to you in some way. Now, a quote I use all the time is "attraction isn't a choice," which is a quote by David D'Angelo. So if they're not attracted to you anymore, then they're probably not going to miss you in that way. They might miss your company or they might miss your friendship, but they might not necessarily miss you in a romantic way. So if this girl still has attraction for you and still loves you if you were in a relationship, if that love is still there and that attraction is still there, eventually when you stop contacting them, eventually at some point she will miss you and reach out to you if she still has strong feelings for you. So what you need to understand is that you need to give her that absence. You need to give her the gift of your absence. So here is what I suggest you do. Firstly, if you have social media and you still have them on social media, try not to post anything. Try not to post anything on social media. Because if you're posting a lot, if you're posting stories, if you're posting quotes or you're posting photos, she's being reminded of you. She can't miss you whenever she opens her Facebook account, she can see posts from you. That's not going to cause her to miss you. What's going to cause her to miss you is if there is just radio silence, okay? And she feels like she's not going to get any information out of you. She feels like she's not going to get any kind of contact with you whatsoever. That's what she needs if she still loves you and you want her to miss you. You also don't want to message her, call her up or reach out to her unless it's very, very important. Now, things that are very important are if, let's say, you still have kids together, or you have money tied up in some kind of thing together, or if you need to get things that belong to you back from hers, or you still have things that belong to her, then obviously you need to talk about those things, but never talk about the relationship, never talk about your feelings, never tell her how much you miss her. Don't do any of those things, because you want her to do those things for you, because you know you already miss her. You know you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't miss her. What you need is for her to start feeling those things as well. And you do that by not contacting her, not posting on social media. Trust me, she will not forget about you. This is your best option if you want her to miss you and you want her to come back. Because maybe in the past you have reached out to her, you have begged, you've pleaded for her to come back. You may have done some of these things. And if you're watching this video, then obviously those things didn't work. So you have to try a different method. You have to try a different approach. And the best approach is radio silence, doing no contact. So what can you do if you feel like you're not going to have the emotional self-control to do this? Well, the first thing you need to do is find a way to distract yourself, and distract yourself in a healthy way. So this doesn't mean going out, getting drunk, or eating like loads of food because you're sad. These are instant gratification things. You need to do things that are good for you, that you're not going to regret, or waste your time on things you're not going to regret. Because obviously you need to put your attention somewhere else, so you're not so focused on this girl who has rejected you, or they're your ex. So you need to focus on things that are going to be healthy for you, that are going to empower you, that are going to give you more confidence. Things like instant gratification, things like eating too much, drinking, any other kind of substance, that is not going to make you feel good. It'll make you feel good in the moment, but more than likely you'll regret it later. So you need to do more things that you don't regret later on. So and you know what this feels like. You know if you've spent a weekend doing useless things, because after a couple of days, during the week, you wish that you hadn't wasted your weekend. You wish you'd done better things, more productive things. So basically, you want to do those things that are good for you, that make you feel more confident, and that are actually good for you, and not instant gratification sort of things. These things might be exercise, it might be working on an important project, it could be just hanging out with friends and having a good time with them, as long as it does make you feel good and it's not something that you're going to regret. And I think most people know what these kinds of things are. These are the things that are always in the back of your mind that you know you should be doing, but you're not doing because you're procrastinating on it, or you're waiting for a better time to do it. But there's no better time than now. So if you've got some things that you know you need to do, that you know is what you should be doing, then you need to start doing those things. And that's the best way to distract yourself. Distract yourself with things that are good for you, that are going to empower you rather than make you feel guilty and disempower you. And when you're working on things that you're passionate about, on projects that you like, doing things that are good for you, that make you feel good, as long as it's not instant gratification feel good things, then you're going to have a better quality of life. You're going to feel better about yourself. You're not going to be feeling so down. And because you're focusing on different things, you're less likely to reach out to your ex or this person who you're trying to get to miss you. And it's going to make this no contact period a lot better. Now, a word of warning, this might not work, because remember what I said earlier about attraction not being a choice. So there is a chance that they have fallen out of love with you, or they're not interested, not attracted to you anymore, or weren't attracted to you to begin with, and they're never going to reach out to you. They're never going to miss you in that way. Like I said, they might miss you as a friend, but they might not miss you in the way that you want them to miss you. So while you're doing this no contact thing, while you're working on things that you know you should be working on and doing things that empower you, it's really important that you are open to finding someone new. Now, if you want to watch a video on how to attract the right person into your life, then I highly recommend that you watch this video here, and that will help you. Because the worst thing that you could do is be waiting around for months and months and months for a person that simply isn't coming back. I'm not saying that they won't, and I'm not saying that it's a zero possibility, because obviously there is a huge possibility there if they are still attracted to you and still care about you and still love you in that way. But if they don't, and you know in your heart that they don't, then you need to start moving on with your life. Take some time to heal so you don't end up in a rebound relationship. Work on those things that you know you should be working on. And then once you feel confident enough and you feel better, you feel like you're over it, then you can start looking for a new relationship. So what do you do if during no contact she does reach out to you and she says that she misses you, or she just reaches out to you? She might not directly say to you, I miss you, I want to come back. She might just say something like, hey, how are you? Or she might ask you about something else. However, you need to keep in mind of what she's asking you, because she might be just saying, can I have my stuff back? If she's asking something like that, and it's something about finalizing the connection, then obviously that's not a good sign. But it's a better sign if she's just saying something like, hey, how are you? Or just bringing up a random topic and is trying to start a conversation with you, and she's initiating contact with you. If she's doing anything like that, then all you need to do is just facilitate meeting up. Say, oh, it's great to hear from you. Would you like to go and get a coffee sometime? When are you available? And that's all you need to say. And then she'll either tell you when she's available, or she'll say no thanks, or she'll come up with something else. But the point is that when she contacts you, it's important that you facilitate meeting up if you want her back. Anyway, I hope this has helped you. I hope this has given you some clarity on what to do to make her miss you. Please make sure that you are doing these things for the right reasons. Don't be doing this as a form of manipulation, as a way to try and get her to do something. It's better to come from the place of, I'm doing this no contact, I'm doing this period of where I'm not contacting her to give her the time and break she needs away from me to miss me. That's a more loving way to look about it. But if you're using this as a manipulation tool, it's not going to work out. So make sure that you're doing this from the right place, from the right mindset. Because if you're doing it from a very unhealthy way, like a manipulation technique, she's probably going to sense that something's off when you two start talking to each other again. So just come from this place of, I'm giving her the space and time she needs to miss me and think about me, so she comes back the right way, because you want to get her back the right way, and that's the right way to do it, to give her time and space. Anyway, I hope that's clear. If you would like help with me personally, because obviously these videos are very generalized and you need help with a specific situation, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com/shop. Please like this video, please subscribe, and if you have any tips yourself, then please, or any stories or opinions, then please do leave them in the comment section. And I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye, guys.